Everyone wants to be a pro Counter-Strike player. The roar of the crowd, the pressure on the line, for many, it's the dream, but few will reach it. Now, whether you have no idea the steps to take to start your pro journey or have already been slogging it out in qualifiers, this video will analyze successful Counter-Strike professionals to uncover the steps they have taken that we can learn from. Let us help you optimize your path to pro by giving you actionable steps on your journey to the top. Now, if you enjoy the content, do us a solid and smash that like and subscribe button and let us know down below in the comments what game you want to learn how to go pro in next. Now, if you have grinded the game for thousands of hours but don't have any idea how to make the jump to pro, and while there are several ways to make that jump to pro, where we would suggest you start is with FACEIT. Now, FACEIT is a third-party matchmaking system for Counter-Strike that features better anti-cheat and tournament systems that many pros have used to break into the scene. Even some pro players like Rops used FACEIT FPL or the FACEIT Pro League to make their way as an established pro. But I'm getting too far ahead of myself. We'll talk about that a bit more later. So now you're playing in FACEIT, you want to get to level 10 as quickly as possible, which is the highest level tier for FACEIT Pro players, and from there you will further develop within the level 10 tier, playing against top tier competitors and trying to make your mark in the highest ranks of pro play. Now, around this time, you're going to want to start scrimming and participating in tournaments, and for that you need a team. All the connections you've made on your way up, people with the same dreams and aspirations of you, are going to be people that you could form teams with, either creating it yourself or hopping on and trying out for other teams that are looking for players. There's a lot you're going to learn playing with the team at the highest levels of play up against pro players, and most importantly, you're going to learn what you individually lack and what to work on from there. But as an individual, you're going to want to get into that FPL, the FACEIT Pro League, and there's really only two major ways to get into the FPL. The first one is via invite, and you have to consistently overperform in FACEIT and in FACEIT tournaments in order to get scouted by FACEIT staff and get a chance to get brought up to the FPL. This could be a way that you can establish yourself without actually playing on consistent teams, nor performing incredibly well in tournaments, because your individual performance could actually put you on the map and get you invited to participate in higher level scrims and events with pro tier players or players that are already dominant in the scene. But the other way is through monthly qualifiers through FACEIT, and this is going to qualify you for the FPL Challenger, the second division of FPL. At minimum, 2 exceptional players from the FPL Challenger are selected to enter the main FPL every single month. So this is going to be a direct way where you can take a team, perform well, and showcase your skills in front of a large audience and scouters ready to bring you straight into the FPL so that you can stair-step your way to pro play. That being said, just getting into the FPL alone is typically not enough. Most importantly, you need to develop an esports resume. And there's several sites that you can use to track your performance, whether it's a tournament or a qualifier, and these will be sites like HLTV, Liquipedia, and more that show you exactly how well you're doing on any given team. And you can use this to build that resume of performance. How well have you individually done on a team, and how many games have you won in these major tournaments? This would be an esports resume that could be used to get you a tryout to major teams with players that are even already established in the pro scene. And if you're going to try to make your way through the pro space, you need to develop the best resume possible. It also means that you're going to need to try to consistently overperform by being the best player on any given team you're on, or consistently doing what you can to get your team win after win. In addition to that, we would highly suggest participating in ESEA League and other qualifiers, whether it's online or in-person events. Anything that you can do to get yourself on the map, consistently rack up wins, and perform better so that the resume is more and more stacked. Think of your esports resume as the ticket of your effort, work, and accomplishments that are going to be used as your golden ticket to get a better opportunity down the line. Now, I know that you might become incredibly attached to your team, but it's important to understand that many of the best players in the world played on many teams before finally finding success. If we look at one of the best Counter-Strike players of all time, Simple, we look at his previous records and resume of accomplishments. He has played on over 7 different teams. Even though his previous teams weren't always dominant and winning, Simple's individual performance showcased that he was overperforming on every single team he was in, and it allowed him him to stair-step his way to better and better teams with higher levels of talent and dedication. This means it's both important to stand out as a team with your resume trying to secure wins and stand out as an individual. So regardless, you need to try to consistently be the best player on your team and secure the most wins for your team if at all possible. Now, coming full circle, we're going to be analyzing player Rops, who used Face It and specifically the FPL to establish himself in the scene from the very beginning. You see, Rops comes from Estonia, which is a really small Counter-Strike scene where he didn't really have that many opportunities to build a team, make connections, or qualify for events. But once he qualified for the FPL, it was a huge step forward to becoming a pro player, and it quickly got him the connections he needs to try out for teams and eventually secure himself on a roster where he could prove himself even further, and the rest was history. Now, this is exactly how you can become a Counter-Strike pro. But for many, you're gonna need some extra help and coaching along the way, and that's where the Saudi Esports Academy comes in. We run boot camps with the top level esports pros that can help you level up your skills and quickly climb the pro ladder. Don't miss out on reaching your full potential, and check out the Saudi Esports Academy in the links down below.